Born on October 5th, 1958, this authentic leader was the second of three children and raised in the Bronx. At a young age, he visited the Hayden Planetarium in New York and immediately knew that he wanted to be an astrophysicist. He attended the Bronx High School of Science, where he was captain of the wrestling team and editor-in-chief of the school's physical science journal. He obsessively studied astronomy in his teens, lecturing with the astronomy community by the age of 15. Regarding his profession, he has been quoted as saying,
"I was called by the universe. I had no choice in the matter."
Neil deGrasse Tyson, authentic leader. Tyson achieved his childhood dream in 1996 when he became the director of the Hayden Planetarium, where he still serves today. Tyson strives to improve the nation's scientific literacy, saying that one of his goals is to bring the universe down to the earth in a way that further excites the audience to want more. He not only strives to break barriers between scientists and the general public, but has also helped diversify the field of astrophysics. Tyson regularly discusses his drive to pursue his own desires and actions, rather than doing what the status quo pushes him to pursue. In one interview, Tyson recounts a conversation he had with a fellow member of the wrestling team in college. Upon telling his teammate that he wanted to get his PhD in astrophysics, he was told,
"The black community cannot afford the luxury of someone with your intellect to spend it on that subject."
Tyson was devastated by this comment and felt that he had a responsibility as an intellectual that would override his interest in astrophysics. Despite these worries, he continued on to grad school. A few years later, while in school, he was asked by a local news channel what information he could share about an explosion in the sun. After watching himself on television later that night, he had an epiphany. He had never before seen an interview with a black person on television for expertise that had nothing to do with being black. His drive and continuation with his studies went against what his old teammate had told him and what society thought he should be doing. By following his internal values, he was able to create a positive impact. His presence on television undermined common stereotypes, and he realized that
I just have to be visible, or others like me, in that situation. That would have a greater force on society than anything else I could imagine. It's not that the black community can't afford to have me do astrophysics. It can't afford to me to not do astrophysics.
Tyson displays self-awareness in a variety of ways. He is aware of how his education and role models have shaped him to the person he is today.
I think the concept of role model is overrated, because what happens? You have a role model and then the person messes up, or they get caught doing something, and then what, does your life collapse because your role model did something bad? So here's what you do. You assemble your role model a la carte. So when I was a kid, I found an educator whose talents I liked as educator. I found people who were moral, and I would follow them. And
Tyson exhibits self-awareness with his ability to accurately describe how others view his capabilities, and he understands the impact of his role as a prominent figure in the field of astrophysics.
I am privileged, and I don't take a day for granted on the job about the fact that what I do, what people most warmly receive about what I do, are some of the things that I do best in life.
As an authentic leader, Tyson also displays relational transparency in the way that he views himself as well as others.
I think the greatest of people that have ever been in society, they were never versions of someone else. They were themselves.
Tyson lives this by being visible in public, fulfilling his mission of disseminating knowledge of the universe to the masses. He rarely holds back his feelings and beliefs when it comes to increasing others' understanding of the universe, sometimes challenging public thought. He brought attention to the scientific shortcomings in the recent movie Gravity, and he has even withstood hate mail from 6th graders when he famously declared the fall of Pluto. As a scientist and leader, Tyson displays balanced processing in the way he objectively analyzes all relevant data before coming to his own conclusions. He bases his personal viewpoints on objective realities and uses the information he gathers to make educated decisions.
I'd rather we explore each other's ideas in real time, rather than assign a label to it and assert you know what's going to happen in advance.
He repeatedly emphasizes the importance of explaining things in terms that people can understand and connect with. He prides himself on his ability to introduce novel concepts in a straightforward manner, and is able to shape the understanding of those who listen to his teachings.
I want to arm people intellectually so that they can then deduce that there's nothing to it.
In conclusion, as outlined by Walumba and Associates, it is clear that Neil deGrasse Tyson exhibits an internalized moral perspective, self-awareness, relational transparency, and balanced processing as he leads his life as one of the world's premier astrophysicists.